Hello everyone. If you have followed my instructions in the previous video, by now you must have reached to this stage. Okay? You must have installed Python on your machine and you must have installed PyCharm. So when you have installed PyCharm, you will be given something, you'll be getting something like this. Okay? A new project. Make sure you select pure Python. Then it will be asking for location. Don't give some random gibberish name. Give a sensible name so that when you come back years later, at least by the name of folder, you should know what you were doing. Okay? I have, I'll be giving it as Python YouTube. Okay? The next option will be interpreter. It will be actually selected by default. Okay? I know you must have installed Python 3.6 point something and that will be selected here. Okay? By default, you don't have to do anything, just click on create. But there's an option to create a virtual environment. Click on this settings option and you will be given three options: add local, add remote, add or create virtual env. Virtual env is virtual environment. What is this virtual environment? It's like having a room so big that you can stack each and everything whatever you like and your neighbors will never know. That is a virtual environment. And I would say create a virtual environment because you never want to disturb your original Python. Okay? Create a virtual environment, do each and every stuff, install each and everything that you like, do anything that you want in virtual environment and it will never affect your machine, it will never affect your Python. Okay? So create virtual environment, name it's anything that you like, Python YouTube. Okay? Something 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 Python YouTube. Okay? Location, change it. Okay? Change it at to some place where it is easily accessible. Base interpreter, make sure it is Python 3.6 and click on this inherit global site packages. So whatever packages that were installed with Python 3.6 point something by default will be taken over by this virtual environment. Click on OK, then click on create and you are all set to go. Okay, I am not creating it because I have already done that. Okay, and at the end you will have something like this: Python YouTube. That's what the name that I give. Then you will have this include. You will have this lib, that is library. You will have some scripts and this Python env dot configuration files. Okay, in that click on Python YouTube, right click on it. Okay, and then click on new and here click on a directory. A directory is like creating a folder. So create a folder in the name of one dash numbers and strings. Okay. After that, click on that one dash numbers and strings and then click on new and click on Python file. And then I have given the name example one. You can give any name that you want, but if you give a name which is very similar to what I am doing, it will be easy to follow up. Okay. So in this video, we are going to do some basics, very basics. First thing is comments. People never understand the value of comments, but from today onwards, you will. Comment is something which is ignored by IDE, written in normal English, Hindi, Marathi, or any language that you like, and it is for users to understand or read what is happening. So when you come back years later to your machine and you don't know, oh, what's this? What's the shit? Then comments will help you to understand, oh, I had an addition here. Ah, thanks. You'll thank yourself. So make sure you always add comments. So let's say now since this will be chapter 1, so I am adding a comment, chapter 1, and it deals with numbers and oh, strings. Okay, a hash is used in Python for adding comments. There's another way to add comments is by three single quotes. Anything that you add in between this, don't add what I am doing. Make sure you write something sensible. But anything that you add between this, even on multiple lines, okay, will be comment. So let's say if I add chapter 1 numbers and strings, that's already done in single line comment. In multiple line, deals with addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. Okay, and this is done. Now, the next thing, let's start with addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. So in Python, there's a very good thing that you can do direct addition and print it using a single line. So if I write print, okay, now this was what I was talking about in IDE. When you like PRI, it gives you a suggestion that are you trying to use print statement, and yes, you are trying to use print statement. So click on enter. Okay, so when you click on enter, it will automatically write the whole function name, okay, the whole name print, and even add brackets or anything which is required. Next, what is this print statement? A print is just like what you do in normal printing. If I ask you to print or write your name, you will write it down with pen or pencil. And if I ask you to print it, you'll like put it in a printer and then click on the word print and it will print it out. So that is what this print statement is doing. It will print it out for you on this command window. Where is this command window? We will see in some time. So print, if I want to know what is 2 plus 2. Now this spacing here, okay, the spacing that I gave here, this is not necessary, but it makes your code look beautiful and easily readable. So make sure you add some spacings of this sort. So 2 plus 2. I don't know what 2 plus 2 is. Oh god, what will happen? So now I want to know what is this. So I will click on this example one. Right click here, okay, and then click on this run example one. You can also use keyboard and do this control plus shift plus F10, or just click on this run. And oh, 2 plus 2 is 4. Oh god damn. 2 plus 2, 4. And I finally got this answer. 2 plus 2 is 4. Let's do some subtraction. Print 5 minus 3. Now look here. I have not left spaces. It is readable as of now, but adding spaces would be a better option. Then let's do some multiplication. Print 5 into 2. Print, let's do some division. 10 divided by 2. Why 2? Let's do 3. Okay. Then print, if I just want to know what is the quotient of the division, okay, I hope you know what is quotient, okay. So 10 double division sign and then 3, this will tell me the quotient of the division. Now if I want to know what is the remainder of the division, so print 10 and that percentage sign, also known as modulo, okay, also known as modulo, 10 percentage or 10 modulo 3, this will give me the remainder. And there's another thing, print 10 star star 3. What does this do? Oh, you will get to know from the CMD window, that is command window. So this gives you division answer. Okay. Look, I'm adding comments. What if I forget someday? Oh, what does this do? So add comments. This will give me quotient. Okay. Then this will give me a remainder, and this, it's still a mystery. But we will solve this mystery. Okay. So what we need to do next? Right click here, run example 1. And what do we have? 2 plus 2 is 4. I know that right now. 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay. 5 multiplied by 2. Okay, this is multiplication, by the way. So 5 multiplied by 2 gives me 10. 10 divided by 3 gives me 3.33333 something something 5. Then 10, and this quotient is 3 threes are 9. So the quotient will be 3. So I have this answer 3 here. Remainder from this division, 10 divided by 3, the remainder from this division will be 1. So I have this 1 here, and this 1000. So 10 star star 3 is 1000. So what do you think it is? It is actually a raised to. Okay, raised to something, the power. So this is raised to, or also known as power. So a raised to b, 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to 5, 10 raised to 100, 100 raised to 100. Okay, that can be written as 10 star star 3, or for that matter a star star b. Okay, now as I told you, this line looks good, others look like they have been crammed together. So what, there's a shortcut, that is control shift alt L. In Mac it will be command shift alt L. So for Windows, control shift alt L. Make sure whole file is selected and click on run. And yeah, I have my beautiful code here. Otherwise what you can do is go to refactor, and there's this option refactor this. This is control shift alt T. Okay, even that will work. So by now you know what are the basic operations and how to print it out on screen. Second thing let's do is assigning variables. Okay, so variables. What are these variables exactly? Variables are nothing but boxes. Okay, boxes where you can store some value, and whenever you want you can just put your hand in the box, take out the value, look at it, oh wow, pretty nice, then keep it back. That is a variable. So let's create a variable named a, assign it value 2. Okay, then let's create a variable b, assign it value 3. And now let's do addition. What is this a plus b? And spacing to make it look more beautiful. So a plus b, and by now I'm sure that you know what answers for these are. So let's just delete it for the time being. So I have this a equal to 2, b equal to 3. Let's find out what it is. Either click here, or if you see this example 1 written here with a green symbol which is showing run example 1, click here, and wow, I have 2 plus 3 equal to 5. Wow, thank you. Paicham, you saved my life. So this is variables. Now let's take another variable named C1, assign it value 5. Now this 5, this 2, this 3 that we have been dealing with, what are they? These are called as integer numbers. Okay. So how to know the type of the variable that we are using? So there's this option print type. So type will tell me whether it is integer, or there is also something called as float, and there is also something called a string. So this type will tell me the type of variable. Okay, so let's type in C1. Now this will tell me what is the type of C1. So let's run it, and it is of class int. Int means integer. Now let's have another variable named C2 and let it be equal to 6.78 something something something. Okay. What is this type? So print type and C2. Let's run it, and it is of class float. So you see, it's pretty much easy to know what is the type of variable in Python. Just print type and then the name of the variable. So I told you about int and you saw it. I told you about float and you saw that too. There is something remaining called as string. So let's have string. I'm naming a variable named d and string. String is nothing but actually normal English language, okay, or for that matter any language. So d is equal to a string. Notice that a string always comes in inverted commas. Double inverted commas will also do, or single inverted commas will also work. Anything within that inverted commas, either double or single, is a string. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. This is a string. Now let's print it. We have just assigned the value to a variable named d, and that d is a box, and in that box we have stored the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now I want to know what is inside this d. So I will print the d variable. So let's print it, and okay, it stores this value. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Thank you, D. Now what is this type? So print type and D. Okay. So let's print it out, and it is of the class str, which is nothing but a string. Seems easy, right? And even now it is going to be fun. I can even do multiplication of strings. Okay. And by multiplication, I mean repetition of the same string over and over again. Okay. Have you ever heard echo? What happens in echo? You call someone, let's say you call hello, and it comes out like hello, hello, hello. That's what we are going to do here. So print, and inside a string I am writing hello, and then let's multiply it by 4. So what do you think it will do? Yeah, you are right. It will be just like echo. It will print hello, 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 hello 4 times. Okay. So let's do that. And we have seen all of these. So let's just delete them for the time being, and let's print hello 4 times. Look at hello, 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 hello 4 times. Now there's no spacing between them, so let's add some spacing. After the end of first hello, let's add a space. Now let's run it again. Hello, 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 hello into 4. Okay, so this is, I can say, multiplication of a string, or basically I can also call it as repetition of the string. Now you cannot have strings raised to power. Okay, never do that. Hello raised to 3, no, 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 a strict no, no. But there is something called as string concatenation. You can do addition of strings. Okay, so this is, I can call as repetition of string and there is something called as concatenation, which is basically addition. So hello space, then addition sign, and then hello people. Now this is called as concatenation, okay, which is basically addition of two strings. The first string is hello, second string is people, and we will add them together. So I have here hello people added together in a single line. This is called as string concatenation. Now the last thing in this video I want to warn you actually is never mix two data types. Please never ever. What do I mean by that? Let's remove these two. Let's have a variable named e equal to hello, and just let's try not as concatenation. Let's try to add 3 to it and then print e. Okay, so I have a variable e. In that variable, that is that in that box, I first put a word hello, and then I take a random integer 3 and try to fit it in that box. So what will happen? Uh-oh, I get an error. Type error. It must be a string, not an int. Okay, it should not be an integer. If you're having a string inside, make sure you're adding a string again. Don't add an integer to it or float to it. Okay, so this was all about in the first video. We dealt with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, power. We dealt with type of uh, variables, what are variables, type of variables. We dealt with concatenation. We dealt with multiplication, and we came to know, okay, or we summarized this video with never add two different data types together. Don't try to jumble it in one single box. Okay, thank you so much.